was your inspiration for writing your book?
My inspiration for writing Whispers of Youth came from my personal experiences and a deep bond with my grandmother. She was a storyteller with a poetic heart, often reciting verses and telling folk tales that painted a vivid picture in my mind. This is what actually motivated me to write my poems and publish them to the world.
And what were the challenges that you faced while writing the book?
Well, one of the major challenges I faced while writing my book was vulnerability. Showing my emotions to the world was always been daunting to me. It is the push from my mother which actually helped me in publishing it to the world and to actually showcase what I can do.
Do you have a specific writing routine? Or do you write whenever inspiration strikes?
My writing is both spontaneous and reflective. Some poems have come through moments of intense emotion, while others have come through utter introspection and multiple reattempts for writing the poetry.
Can you tell a short description about your book?
The book Whispers of Youth acts as a companion for young adults and teens. It offers guidance and insight that you are not alone in the world and the problems of growing up is not something you face alone, but rather are a universal experience. That is what I want for the younger readers. And for the older readers, I'd love for them to read the book and take a trip down memory lane and rejuvenate themselves with their memories.
And how did you balance your studies and writing?
Time management is key. I used to write within moments of silence, whether early in the morning or late at night. This helped. Writing has always been very creative and very calming to me, so it became a sort of a creative escape for me and never ever pushed or never ever gave me any burden in life.
How did you balance writer's block or moment of self-doubt?
Well, I did not encounter writer's block as much as other people I've heard about, but whenever I did encounter writer's block, I just took a little break from my writing and did something else like working in the garden, which freshened my mind. So whenever I came back with new thoughts to write and new emotions to feel about. And for self-confidence, I used to read multiple poets, which gave me a lot of writing material, and also I used to rewrite my poems again and again, which gave me a lot of grip on my poetry.
Have your personal experiences influenced your writing? And if so, how?
Being a student exposes you to many things in life. Things like friendships, heartbreaks and self-discovery. I try to reflect and capture these small moments in my book, and along with the teachings of my Nani, I try to describe and try to find beauty in the small things in life, which has helped me in being more optimistic towards life.
Who was the most supportive person for you in this journey?
Throughout my journey, the most supportive person was my mother. She had pushed me tremendously throughout my writing process and actually helped me a lot while the publishing, as she herself is an author and knew the issues I would encounter during publishing. I would not have been able to publish my books so smoothly without her guidance.
What do you prefer, e-books or traditional books, and why?
Well, my friend Samarth, I love to read traditional books. I love to have the feeling of the book in my hand. It's the feelings of the book, the pages, when I turn them manually, it just helps me get engrossed more in the story.
If you had a chance to co-write a book with any author, who would that be?
If given the chance, I'd like to co-write a book with the author Stephen King. I've grown up reading him and have been mesmerized with the way he writes and portrays human emotions. It has been something that has always been very different to me with his writings. It has always been very personal to me, the way he writes, and his consistency has been something that has motivated me in my writing too. You can see in every novel he has a very consistent pattern, the way he writes and the way he writes characters. I think I'd be able to learn a lot from him.
What advice would you give to aspiring writers who are just starting out?
To aspiring writers, I'd like to say, be honest with your poetry. Poetry is all about being vulnerable and yet strong at the same time. On and never be afraid of your imperfections. It's these imperfections which give you a unique voice and set you apart from the world. Always be true to what you write and write your beliefs confidently.
Last but not the least, a book that you would like to recommend our audience.
Seeing that all of you are adolescents and young teens, I'd like to recommend the book Discussions on Youth. Discussions on Youth is a three-parter book written by Daisaku Ikeda, the third president of the Soka Gakkai International. It is a book that will really help you understand the problems you're facing in early teenage and adolescence, and it will give you a lot of insight on what you should do in future.
Would you like to read out a poem from your book for our audience?
Yes. I'd love to read the poem Lilies. So, Lilies. Lilies I see in this bed of ashes. Lilies I see amidst the wall. Lilies I see, or at least I hope to. Lilies I see through the dark. Lilies I see, their petals whisper peace. Amidst the chaos, their fragrance never cease. Lilies I see in the heart of the storm, a symbol of grace, a healing gentle